You'd want to start the season off right. The last thing you want to do as a new manager is slip up against a newly promoted side, have the fans kind of start to question, start the season poorly. Now, there's still a lot of work to be done at Tottenham, but to be able to at least start it the right way has to be a big bonus.
And after what happened against PSG, even though we can pardon them for that, it was PSG. This is, Nedum, exactly what Thomas Frank would have wanted.
Yeah, of course. Your first game in front of your home fans, and the game against Burnley, it's a tricky one because people expect you to win.
Correct.
Yeah.
So
And comfortably.
And comfortably. So they're looking at other things.
And they won comfortably, right?
Correct.
Well, yeah, I guess so. In the end, they did. But I think the finishes, the joy, the feeling, the new players, like the manager on the sideline, like they want to have a sense of hope. I think that's the importance at the start of the season. If you start on the back foot, the team's not playing well, you lose your first game against a newly promoted side.
At home.
Then it feels like last season, but this will feel fresh to them, and all the belief will be there.
Stevie, what stood out from you from this Thomas Frank Tottenham?
Well, what stood out was the fact that we didn't have full-backs standing in the opposition penalty box. We didn't have centre-backs dribbling 5 and 6 people, and there was a shape defensively when they lost the ball. You know, under Ange, it was exciting to watch, but when they lost the ball and turned it over, there was
maybe exciting as a neutral, Stevie.
Well,
maybe not exciting
not as a member of defenders.
Well, exactly. I mean, today you had Verval and Gray and Sarr, who really didn't move anywhere other than middle of the field. And so when the ball was turned over, they were able to close the ball down. Now, it's really difficult to get too carried away because of the opposition.
Yeah.
Burnley are clearly... The only thing that Burnley are striving for is to be fourth bottom, and that's just the truth. But at the end of the day, you can only do what you do. And if Richarlison keeps scoring goals like that, if Kudus keeps taking on defenders, I mean, the crowd were loving it. He was megging people, he was flicking it around. I mean, he was doing all kinds. Then you got Johnston scoring his goal. You got your middle three don't go anywhere, and then your back four are solid. I mean, the two centre backs must have loved this today. All of a sudden, they had somebody there to help them. It wasn't 1v1 all the time. I mean...
1v1 from midfield.
Yeah, a defender's dream. But for me, that was the biggest thing. The shape, when they lost the ball, was 100 times better, I'm afraid.
Can we just
have
a little petition to change Kudus' name to Kudos, as Stevie just called it?
Well, it wouldn't be right if I got the name right, would it?
Well, it was Kudos to Kudos. Right. That could be a segment.
Yeah, there you go.
A much-needed area for Thomas Frank to address at Spurs, and has he gotten it right?
Well, we can say he's gotten it right today.
Yeah.
You know, certain elements of the game against PSG probably weren't great, especially in the terms of the amount of possession that they had and how they sort of brought pressure on themselves from the PSG standpoint.
Yeah.
But today feels much better, and I think the concern going into the match, from as I saw it, was, say, Archie Gray's starting the game. We've not really seen that much when everyone's been available, because you brought in Palhinha, you brought him over from Bayern Munich, so how come he's not in that position? And that midfield then, with him, with Bergvall, with Sarr, that's a really young midfield. And today's a day for them to play and for them to do well. But I wonder what it's going to be like in the next games to come. But as far as like a good start goes, it's great. And as Stevie said, the players probably understand it and can buy into it a little bit more. I think to go back to when Ange first came to Spurs, because they were successful, people were buying into it, even though it felt different. But then as soon as it's not going well and he sticks to the principle, you kind of want change. And I think maybe at the times the players didn't believe in it, but this feels far easier to understand.
It's kind of a strange... You're excited. You know, when Ange came in and the way he had them playing, as a player, it's exciting. It's like, that's like being a kid again, running all over the place and standing in the penalty box as if you're the centre forward. But to go from that to what they're doing now is also exciting, particularly for the defensive side of the game, because now you always feel as though you're in a game. You always feel as though you're going to be solid. Nobody's going to beat us, and if they do, they're going to have to be at their best. I mean, either way is exciting as a player.